Now, it's interesting. How much is this starting to affect the business? I'm reading that they're dismantling the corporate strategy unit, which is perhaps part of where the corruption probe has been investigating. That's where the executives stemmed from.
Yeah, you know what, Caroline, I think that could be one of the most significant changes that's coming out of this whole scandal and saga, because one thing that's really made Samsung strong, and for many chaebols in Korea, is this central planning office that they have that you mentioned, where basically high-level decisions can be made on the future of the company, where they should be in the next 3, 5, 10 years, how to allocate resources, where to invest funds, how to raise money or whether to raise money in debt or equity or so forth. And so what happens is you can have that central planning authority in a company, and they can decide, look, we know that we need to double down on chips, so we're going to invest more money in chips, and we're going to maybe scale back on, say, LCDs or smartphones or rice cookers or whatever else. And when you really divide the company down into its component parts, a chip division, a smartphone division, a household appliances division, then the individual CEOs of those divisions, they of course want to expand and really boost their own businesses. So when you take out that central planning organization, you really can possibly lose that long-term strategic view for the company. And I really think that's going to be a very, very big risk to Samsung in the long term.
But Tim, what's so fascinating, I'm looking at my Bloomberg, the screen right now, showing me that Samsung electronic shares are at all-time highs. We're continuing to see that rally. Are investors not really reacting at the moment to the concern about corporate strategy?
Yeah, it is amazing, you know. Think of all the things that's happened at Samsung. Apart from this, of course, we had the battery crisis last year and even the washing machine problems as well. Samsung's shareholders are just shrugging it off. It is really quite amazing. They don't seem to care that much. Maybe they don't really see that there is any real business risk to this ongoing problem. Maybe they feel it's already been priced in and it's time to, you know, really buy back into the stock. But you're right. They're shrugging it off and really moving on and looking back at the core business of Samsung.
Have you been looking into, there are some reports coming from VentureBeat that maybe we'd see a delay in the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. Is that something that we should read in that is coming from concern and issues at the very top, or do they keep these businesses all quite distinct?
Look, I would be guessing that really, if there was any delay, it wouldn't be anything to do with the drama going on at the top and in the prosecutor's office. It would be a product thing. You know, despite what I was just saying about, you know, the strategic offices that are important, the company, you know, divisions like the smartphone division run pretty autonomously in many ways. They do what they need to do. They've got great engineers, salespeople, distribution people to get a product out. And so probably, if anything, it'd be an abundance of caution to make sure they don't have any technical problems like they did with the Galaxy S7 Note. That'd be more likely than any problems they've got in the legal sphere.